Welcome to Burg Lütetsburg in East Frisia, home to an 800-year-old estate that's been rebuilt more times than it seems strictly necessary, and a park that's quietly witnessed centuries of rather eventful history. For just €3, you can wander 30 hectares of historical parkland. That's roughly the price of a disappointing coffee.
Hey, Traumfrau.
Ah yes, nothing quite says romance like being filmed whilst walking through a German castle park in February. We're at the park from Lütetsburg Castle. We wanted to come here because we've never been here, because last time we tried it was actually closed because of the bad weather. So that's our second attempt to go and visit the park and see what it's offering. This is an English landscape garden created between 1790 and 1824 by nobleman Edzard Moritz zu in Knüpphausen, who brought Chinese-influenced romantic garden design to the coastal flatlands of East Frisia. Over 150 species of exotic and native plants call these 30 hectares home. This particular specimen is a North American oak which has traveled further than most of us will this year. And this section somehow reminds me of the forest in North Thailand. Lütetsburg offers tree burials, a natural alternative to traditional cemeteries. Your final resting place is marked with a nameplate at the tree, and there's a cross for memorial ceremonies. It's a rather beautiful concept, returning to nature in the most literal sense. Though I wonder if the trees gossip about their residents. The park also features inscribed benches with historical engravings. And here's an odd bit of trivia. Children can actually drive mini Land Rovers through the park and receive a children's driving license as a souvenir. Now, getting lost in this park is particularly a rite of passage. In fact, from August to October, there is a seasonal corn maze where you can get lost intentionally and collect stamps while doing so. We are here in winter, so we'll have to get lost the old-fashioned way.
Okay. My orientation, you know.
We've been there for, I guess you can see the white gate from here. Honey, what's what we found here?
I'm not sure what this is. It's like a little hut next to the lake.
That little hut is a magnificent thatched structure that can fit about 20 people. The thatched roof is a traditional North German style, practical, water resistant, and gives off serious fairy tale cottage vibes, even when the lake is half frozen and deeply unimpressed with winter. And here's the Nordic chapel, another thatched roof structure.
That's cool.
Victorian era window mechanisms, far more impressive than anything from IKEA.
That's what they call a mountain in East Frisia.
Yes.
11 meters above sea level in one of the flattest regions in Germany, this qualifies as a proper hill. It's named after Lütetsmanninga, the chieftain who built the first castle here between 1373 and 1377 after floods destroyed his previous home in Westhill. 11 meters high must have seemed wonderfully flood-proof. Spoiler, the castle was destroyed anyway, just not by floods. Ah yes, the castle itself. Where do we even begin? The current structure dates to the 1960s, which makes it younger than the Beatles. But the foundation walls beneath are from the 15th century, making this place 800 years old, give or take a few apocalyptic events. Now let's count the ways this castle has been absolutely ruined, shall we? 1517, theft and depredation during the Saxonian feud. 1618 until 1648, ravaged during the 30 Years' War. 1893, destroyed by a falling Christmas tree that started a fire. 1945, partially destroyed by aircraft bombs during World War II. 1956, another devastating fire. At this point, the castle is basically saying, go on then, have another go. The current neo-Renaissance structure was rebuilt in the 1960s. Third time's the charm, or in this case, the fifth time.
It's a fake window.
Wait, let me zoom in.
Architectural fakery, because after being destroyed 5 times, what you really need is aesthetic consistency. Can't have asymmetry ruining the view, can we? And finally, the Freundschaftstempel, the Friendship Temple, built in 1799 and dedicated to a close friend of the estate owner. The door's absolutely enormous, as you can see from my very tall husband looking surprisingly normal sized next to it. This temple can accommodate weddings, and it's one of the several monuments at St. Moritz built throughout the park, including a stone pyramid and Caroline Island dedicated to family members he'd lost. After a proper wander through 30 hectares of winter parkland, our feet were thoroughly muddy and frozen. Fortunately, the park has a cafe where we warmed up with coffee and waffles, an essential part of any German park experience.
Hot
really.
and tasty.
The Zorn in Knüpphausen family has owned this estate continuously since 1588, over 435 years. One particularly notable family member was Wilhelm from Knüpphausen, born here in 1716. He went on to become a Hessian general in the American Revolutionary War, fighting against George Washington himself. Despite being over 60, he was extraordinarily active in the battle, even removing barricades with his own hands under enemy fire. After the war, Lafayette visited him, and the two former enemies reminisced cordially about the conflict, a rather civilized end to their military relationship.
Oh,
Now,
look who's
full
there.
disclosure, you can't actually go inside the castle or get particularly close to it. It's still a private residence.
So what do you reckon? Was it worth the €3?
Sort of. At least we spent some hours here and had some fun.
The park is beautiful, the history fascinatingly bizarre, and you'll certainly get your steps in. Fair price for a proper wander through centuries of German history and one family's determination to keep rebuilding. So there you have it. Burg Lütetsburg. Come for the trees, stay because you're lost, leave with an appreciation for architectural persistence and a healthy wariness of festive decorations. Thanks for watching, and don't forget to like, subscribe, and check your Christmas tree for structural integrity.